as other parts of the country on this Saturday, the 13th of January 2024. Good afternoon from wherever you're watching us. My name is George Marenga, welcoming you to News Now right here on TV 47, your home of untold stories. We shall be bringing you up to date with what's making headlines from across the country and beyond, even as we tell you why in this bulletin we will be experiencing this weather for more than just today. Here now are the highlights. Among the top stories making headlines at this hour, heavy rains leave a trail of flooding in Nairobi and its environs. The weatherman says the worst is yet to come. President William Ruto returns to Nakuru County to launch affordable housing projects despite a raging storm on his attacks against the judiciary. Plus, Angurai South residents in Busia County have vowed to hold the malaria PMI program set to kick off on Monday if the residents are not considered for the casual jobs.
Jana walihakikishiwa kuweza kuapply ili waweze kupata hiyo kazi, lakini mwisho baada ya kuapply watuletea watu tofauti ambao wenye hawakuapply kwa hiyo area.
For choosing TV 47 to inform you. Let's get the show on the road now, and shall we? The heavy rains that continue to pound Nairobi and its environs have left a trail of flooding in its wake. In videos widely circulating on social media, some parts of the capital can be seen to be submerged. It's a 7-day forecast for this week. The Met Department asked Kenyans to brace themselves for a rainy weekend. According to the weatherman, isolated storms and heavy rainfall will be felt in parts of highlands east of Rift Valley, including Nairobi. Last week, the Nairobi County government was forced to deploy emergency response teams to Githogoro and Mukuru areas to mitigate the damage caused by the heavy rains recorded in different parts of the country.
Demo amo noi.
We hope that indeed you're keeping safe and perhaps even moving to higher ground. President William Ruto is in Nakuru today to launch a number of projects. Among the projects is the Naivasha Special Economic Zone at the Kedong Ranch, which is expected to create more than 3,000 job opportunities. The King's Bondeni Affordable Housing Project in Nakuru Town, where more housing units are under construction, is also on the President's itinerary. The President will later in the afternoon head to Kuresoi North constituency to launch the Kiambir area Chepsir Road. Indeed, we shall be bringing you that story, rather details of the President's tour of Nakuru County a little bit later on. Let's get to another story that has caused us a storm on social media, where Mumia's East Member of Parliament, that is Peter Salasia, is set to face assault charges after allegedly slapping a member of County Assembly at a funeral in Kakamega. Salasia was freed on a 5,000 shillings cash bill pending his arraignment on Tuesday. His 2 bodyguards were arrested and disarmed after shooting in the air during the drama at a funeral. In the video, which has since gone viral, the first-time lawmaker is seen asking the Malaha Isongo Ward MCA Peter Walunya Indimuli to sit down, and within seconds he moved to attack the ward representative. A section of MCAs in the area have condemned the incident, saying they will not take it lightly.
empower MCAs, give MCAs enough security. We represent people. We are close to the people on the ground. That is why Honorable Walunya was unable to protect himself yesterday. Honorable PK lands on him with blows and slaps. He tries to run away. He lands in the hands of his bodyguards. You know, even if you are a bodyguard to an MP, protect any other leader who is also present there. Not that you are protecting an MP fighting the other leader who has been fought by that particular MP. And the fellow MPs in Kakamega kindly try and talk to PK so that he reforms, he becomes a better person. From the way things are, I don't know how Mumias East people feel like. Maybe Honorable Ben Washiali should go back and start acting as early as now to bring order in Mumias East constituency. Otherwise, it is not good, it is not better, and it's going to be worse. We need to come to order and proclaim better leadership, skills, and style in the entire Kakamega County.
We wait to see how that plays out. 4 women are nursing serious injuries after allegedly being attacked by a hyena while picking tea in Kiamugumo, Kirinyaga East Sub-County. A victim by the name Susan Wawera says when she was attacked, she says she was attacked while she was at the garden trying to pick tea leaves. She then screamed before the Good Samaritans came to rescue her. Another victim says she climbed a tree when the hyena came, only to be saved by the locals. A resident of Ngoga says at this point, the situation forced them to escort their children to school. Residents of Kirinyaga County have called on the Kenya Wildlife Service to come and rescue them before they take action.
Na chai, nikasikia mnyama huko chini kwa mguu akiniuma, nikapiga nduru, nikaanguka kwa chai, nikakuwa mahali mahututi. Watu ndio walinichukua wakanipeleka hospitali, nikajikuta kwa hospitali nikitimbiwa. Ndivyo maana naambia rawesi watulipie hiyo ndawa kwa sababu hatuna pesa.
Na ilifanya mimi wakati ilianza kuleta matatizo, mimi nilipanda kwa mti na sikuwa na kitu. Ile kitu nilikuwa naye manguo yangu niliacha chini nikapanda juu ya mti. Watu ndio waliniokoa.
Mimi ni mkaaji wa Ngoka. Nimetoka karibu na msitu. Kusema ukweli, hiyo haina ni kitu mbaya. Juu mkikutana tu inaweza ikumalizia anytime. So ni lazima ujipange, ukuwe na panga at least. Juu saa hizi imetukalia vibaya sana, mpaka watoto tunapeleka shule asubuhi na panga. So at least KWS ifanye kitu. Maybe ikuje ijue venye itaishika, irudishe kwa msitu. Isipokuwa ni hivyo, tujipange, tuiue, yenye itakuwa ikue.
Now, Angurai South residents in Busia County have vowed to stay put and hold the malaria PMI program set to kick off on Monday 15th this month if they are not considered for the casual jobs. Speaking to the press at a Boloi dispensary, which was to act as the center of operation for the program in the ward, angry youths locked all rooms which were meant to house the workers and act as store for the reagents for fumigation exercise. Area AMCA Joseph Iseme, who led the demonstrators, has vowed to allow the exercise in his ward if youth from the area are not considered. The 3-year program was 600 million funded by USAID is now in limbo as storekeepers and supervisors, allegedly non-residents, pulling a standoff with locals.
Kusikitisha ni kwamba tulikuwa juzi tarehe 10 kule Katakwa na washikadau. Tukasemesana wakati waahidi ya kwamba wale watu wanaenda kufanya hii kazi lazima watoke kwa hiyo ward. Baadaye mimi nimekuja kupata ya kwamba kuna mtu kutoka Kisumu, hata yuko hapa leo, anaitwa Solomon Ochieng. Ameletwa kama storekeeper. kuchunga tu ile vifaa wataweka ndani ya nyumba. Na mimi mpaka nikajiuliza hapa kwa wadi yangu hata kuna mtu mmoja mwenye anaweza hata kusimamia store.
Jana walihakikishiwa kuweza ku-apply ili waweze kupata hiyo kazi, lakini mwisho baada ya ku-apply watuletea watu tofauti ambao wenye hawaku-apply kwa hiyo area, na walisema wakituhakikishia kwamba wenye hiyo area ndio watatumika kufanya hiyo kazi.
To our earlier story, where President William Ruto is in Nakuru today to launch a number of projects. Among the projects is the Naivasha Special Economic Zone at the Kidong Ranch, which is expected to create more than 3,000 job opportunities. The King's Bondeni Affordable Housing Project in Nakuru Town, where more housing units are under construction, is also on the President's itinerary. The President will later in the afternoon head to Kuresoi North constituency to launch the Kembereria-Chepsir Road.
Sasa ile 1 million mimi ni ilikuwa ni how much?
Ni 1 million.
1 million.
Yes.
Nitalipia huyu mama.
Yes.
Tulikubaliana?
Yes, it's done.
It's done.
It's done. It's done.
Umesikia?
It's done. Tumeshaweka kwa kitabu, si ndio sasa? Rais alisema tumeshaweka kwa kitabu ya. We already received the money.
Sawa. Very good. So hapa ni nyumbani sasa?
Hapa ni nyumbani ndio umenifungulia saa asante.
Okay, very good. So hiyo nyumba utakuwa unalipa shilingi ngapi? How much is she going to be paying?
Well, I'll have to discount the 1 million and then I'll work out the figures, but it will be around 10,000.
On average?
On average, because you paid a deposit of 1 million. Yes,
so anyway, the other people here will be paying about
60,000.
So 16,000
yes.
For this property.
Yes.
Ordinarily in this area of Nakuru, this would be double that.
This would super that 2-bedroom here is about 35-40.
Oh yeah, they were told that
yes.
Next door.
Next door.
And that is rent.
And that is rent.
Not wall.
Not wall.
Not wall.
Yes.
Rent.
Rent only.
Mama, umesikia? Hapa sasa utakuwa unalipa chini ya shilingi 15,000. Kama ingekuwa kawaida.
And we shall be bringing you more details of the President's tour of Nakuru County in our subsequent bulletins. It is a sigh of relief for more than 6,000 students, all-day secondary schools of Kiambaa constituency in Kiambu County after their legislator, John Njuguna Kawanjiko, launched a subsidized school fees program where parents will pay 2,000 shillings per term and NGCDF kitty will pay the balance. Speaking in Karuri Secondary School, Kawanjiko said NGCDF office has set aside 40 million shillings which will be pumped into the education sector to boost the morale of Kiambaa students, where lunch will be provided in all schools, where he called upon parents to release their kids to schools, failure to which local administration will take stern action. Now, Kiambu Senator Karongo Wadhangwa said he will table the bill before the August House to allow registration for all students in the county, which will help in streamlining the process of bursaries disbursement to avoid double allocation of the kitty, leaving other students denied a chance to pursue their education dreams.
Na tumekaa na walimu, tumekaa na BOM, tumesikizana ya kwamba school fees ya hii term, ya hii mwaka per term itakuwa shilingi 2,000 in our day schools. Na mimi nimetenga zaidi ya shilingi milioni 40 za kusaidia watoto wetu wote wa day school hapa kwetu Kiambaa. Na tumesisitiza pia wale watoto wanatoka class 8 wakiingia form 1 wote pia hata wao school fees ni 2,000. Tumeambia chief, tumeambia DCC, tumeambia polisi. yule atapatana na yeye kama hako kwa shule, mzazi hauna excuse.
Kama vile tunaandikisha wazee ndio wapewe pesa ya wazee, tuanze kuandikisha mpaka wanafunzi wetu ambaye wanataka basari, ndio kila mtu anajua Kiambaa kuna wanafunzi wangapi. Watu wengine wanakuja wanaongezea, tusije tunampatia wale watu same wao ndio wanapata, wengine hawapati.
Yetu tunaweka kwa elimu. Katika bajeti yetu over 3.9 trillion budget, 700 billion tumeweka katika elimu ya watoto wa Kenya. Na katika hayo, najua walimu wote wanajua, watoto wakifungua shule, tulikuwa already tumetoa pesa ya capitation na nyingi already imeingia kwa mashule. Na pia tuko katika juhudi ya kutoa pesa ya CDF. Ndio CDF waweze kusaidia wazazi na bursaries katika hii mwezi ambao watu wengi wanarudi.
Now, the back-to-school season means different things to different people. However, for one, Zakaria Mwangi, back-to-school means back to family. Linda Alela caught up with Zachary, who lost his entire family on the 1st of January 2008, when more than 35 people were burnt to death while seeking refuge in KAG Church, Kiambaa, at the pinnacle of the 2007 to the 2008 post-election violence. I beg your pardon. More than a decade later, as the Kiambaa's story is slowly being forgotten, Zakaria too struggles to forget his past. Zakaria, who lost his entire family during the skirmishes, has found a new home and family in staff and students of Gasharage Primary School, Kiambaa constituency. Take a look.
Nilikuwa na store ya mahindi. Nilikuwa nanunua mahindi, nanunua kwa mashamba, nikaweka store yangu nini? Mahindi. Mahindi yote ilichomewa kanisani.
Schools are back in session after the long December holidays. Unlike the other staff members of Gasharage Primary School, Zakaria's charmingness to the students fascinates me. He toys and plays with these children as though they are his own. The teachers could not come close to enjoying the kind of affection. Some of them call him Gooks, short form for Guka, Kikuyu word for grandpa. I'm keen to understand just why this closeness.
Kutoka January mpaka December kwangu ni hapa.
Zakaria lost his wife, 4 children and 3 grandchildren during the post-election skirmishes in Kenya.
Hakuna kitu ungeenda kuzika nini? Jifu ya nani? Utajua ni nani utazika.
And as the bush covers the graves of the victims at the deserted ground in Kiambaa, Zakaria has got nothing to go back home to. He didn't get a chance to bury his own.
Hii ni achilia hivyo. Nikaja hapo, nikaulizwa kama nitaweza kazi. Nikaambia mwalimu mmoja alinitoa Kabuku huko. Akanileta Kasaraga, akaniuliza utaweza kazi yangu. Akanipea kazi yake kwake kwanza usiku. Akaona ninaweza. Nikaja akanileta kwa shule. Nikaja Kasaraga. Akanipea kazi ya usiku.
It is approximately 10 years since he joined Gasharage Primary School as a night guard and now overall caretaker. Zakaria has found a family and home here.
Nilikaa bila kwa hema, nikasema nikajitafutie, sababu kukaa kwa hema kulikuwa na shida sana. Hema imeraruka, unalala wapi?
Joseph, the 4th principal to join the school for the years that Zakaria has been there, acknowledges his vitality in the institution.
He has a good history of the school. Many of the things I just get from him. He's very instrumental and I trust him so much.
Esther, as though to tease Zakaria, reminisces on the years they have worked together.
Tulikuja naye hapa alitoa Lemuru. Tukakaa, tunakaa. Sidio? Miaka 7. Sasa akaona tena Muranga, ndio huyu Muranga.
Yes, thanks to the little home and money he makes, Zakaria has finally let his heart to love again. It is a month into his newly found union. Leah is the lucky woman.
Tukaenda kupeleka watu na wapi? Na huko Muranga. Nikamkuta kwenye polisi hiyo. tukaomboleza. Mimi ni mwimbaji nikaimba. Kodoko ulia mwewode, makedana muno ngoro imwe, noega tugerie tugakene olaivi.
As if it was fate, Leah, who is out for errands, has found a husband and father to her 4 children. Yes, 4.
Yes, ni proud. Ninayo. Mingi sana. Niliona ni mimi kama Ayubu.
While he hopes that his union holds and that he and his fellow IDPs are compensated by the government after 15 years delay, his haven remains to be Gasharage Primary School and his family, this little angels.
Wakati huu wakiwa kwa shule niko na raha na hata nitafikiria mambo kidogo. Na kuweka nikiwa wakienda na mimi akili zangu zimelala.
Zachariah's prayer is that Kenyans could rise above the 5-year life cycle of election violence. For TV47, I'm Linda Alela.
Thank you, Linda, for that. Now, in addition to purchasing students' school uniforms and other school supplies, many parents in the country struggle with the exorbitant cost of living as they race against the back-to-school deadline. To lessen the difficulty of getting their kids back to school, parents are being advised to look for alternative outlets that guarantee the cost of goods are reasonable. Vendors say that in order to deal with the current scenario, parents need to think about cutting costs while buying supplies for their children. This is because they are facing an economic crisis brought about by higher taxes.
We've seen a lot of children getting very disheartened by the results, and we're telling them life has just begun. Yeah, it does not matter what grade you have gotten, the future is bright. Just continue to perform well, continue to